Well, I came across the film through a friend of mine who was coming to audition for this for the film, through Amrita, who directed the movie, and I pretty much escorted her because, you know, she said, "Oh, just come along," and then Amrita saw me, and she said, "You can play Anal." Anal is a young guy who's 22, 23, very traumatized with a family life, has gone through depression, has been a drug addict, and he's gone through pretty tough times on his own, and now he's coming out of it. And I think what the movie captures a phase of his life where he's actually coming out of that phase. For me as an actor, playing Anal was kind of very interesting because I guess I would be somebody who's very away from this kind of character. For example, I don't wear studs, and I don't you know, have tattoos, and I had a tattoo, and I'm somebody who doesn't drug, you know, has never taken drugs. I don't know that part of, you know, and what a person goes through. So it was a very interesting character for an actor for me to kind of play that, to kind of, yeah, so which was great that I got an opportunity to do that. It's a murder mystery and lots of layers. So, and what's really nice about this movie is that it has so many layers, and I don't think we ourselves as actors know what the end is. And the director has kind of cooked it up so well that we knew there was one layer, and then we acted, you know, certain scenes out, and the director came up and said, "Oh well, this is not really how it's ending." And then she, you know, there was another layer, so now the movie's still, you know, we don't know what the third ending will be, so we'll find out when we go and see the movie. I would rate her as one of the good directors I worked with, and very few good directors I worked with, you know. In fact, people who probably have great resumes, but not great people to work with, because, and Amrita has this thing that she imbues a confidence in you. She's very clear about what she wants, and she's very resourceful. And you know, as a filmmaker, you know, as a filmmaking, you know she's going through so many obstacles. Like she had 10 things that but she works through them so well, and again, this trust factor. You know this filmmaker knows what she's doing, and you know that she's going to go great places. That in that sense, and I'm talking about it from the bottom of my heart. And I think Amrita is very clear about it. It's like she sees the movie right through, and she was very clear about what this character is and what she wants and how does he fit into the story. For an actor, it's good to know how you fit into the story in the whole scheme of things, and she was very clear about that. So in terms, I would say she reduced the challenges. So it made it easier for me to act in the movie. Word go, it's been a great cast and crew. I mean, right from the director on to everybody, very comfortable. And I think to me, personally, that is the crux of it. If the crew is great, you know, and the cast and just the atmosphere is great, work becomes easy. So that was like off the bat 99% of you know, challenges taken care of. I mean, right from Girish, I mean, great work. I mean, once you see the movie, you'd see the cinematography and the passion the guy works with. I mean, I remember we would have shifts from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. or 2 p.m. sorry, 2 p.m. to 6 a.m., 7 a.m. And this guy would be on top of it, shot after shot after shot, and he's not getting tired. And it's not like, you know, he knew what he wanted and he would go. And he would, I love the way he knew the likes like B9 or 69, and all these crew guys would be running around, lighting guys, fitting up, and he knew exactly what he wanted to do. It's just fun watching somebody who works like that. You know, and Kiran was backstage doing all that, and I would keep telling Kiran, dude, man, you're doing so much work and we don't even see you. And I think, see, to me, that is something about somebody who knows his job. He knows how he fits into the thing, and he's doing. To me, as an actor, these are the kind of people who inspire me to kind of go, stick to your job, do what's required to be done, and makes the acting that needs to be done also that much richer. Going, you got a job to do, know your job, what you need to do, and fit into, because this filmmaking is such a family project. It's so many people need to come together and know how they fit in. I guess just amongst us, we would go into things like, to me what was funny was sometimes I wouldn't know what Amrita really wants in a scene, like what kind of emotion. And so to me it would be funny moments would be, for example, I had a little crying scene which I didn't know I had, and I'm doing this crying scene subtly, and I'm thinking the crying scene is nearly over, and Amrita would go, cry. And I'm doing a little more, you know, contorting my face, and she'll go, cry, cry, and she went 10 times. Ultimately, I had to just break down. And so it's things like that I find really funny. I think, why wouldn't somebody want to watch a murder mystery? And this is a well-made murder mystery. It's got so many layers to it. And what's great about watching a murder mystery is you don't know who did it till that last shot. Or probably not the last shot, probably you know. And the thing is, there's so much filmmaking that's been done, and so many stories have been told, that as an audience, you feel you're on top of it. Like you know exactly what's going to happen because, oh, this is like that movie, and you're that movie, oh, I know what's going to happen. And when that happens, you lose an interest in the movie. But there's been this movie is something we as actors don't even know who did it in the end. And I think that, and that's the kind of layering that Amrita has brought into this, into the storytelling, that as actors, while we're acting it, we're curious as to what's going to happen. So I think as an audience, even if you think you know what's happening, I don't think you do know. So I think you'll have to wait till the last shot, which we don't know what's going to be, so go watch the movie.